a kindergartner with snub-nosed students. Oh, God.
Run with them.
Put someone's eye out.
Very easily.
Yeah, it's a piece of slightly tapered metal.
So, about how much medical supplies do we have here, aside from miles and miles of gauze?
There's nothing to really actually do a good job of creating a first aid kit or replenishing that. All of like the antibiotics or stuff you would use to properly clean and bandage wounds are not here in the nurse's station. You've just got some bits and pieces, lots of gauze, off-brand medication. That's been school approved. You got like your little privacy curtains. You've got the fucking cot that's been built into the floor itself. Mirrors. But you had mirrors in the bathrooms.
Yep.
Well, unless we stumble across a blunderbuss, then I don't think much of this is going to be useful.
I'm going to take some, and Tony's going to take some gauze.
Okay.
Just some, an arbitrarily large amount.
I mean, you can give me a coin flip roll, basically. 1d2, Jordan. We'll say that you actually do end up finding enough in here to give 1 charge back in that first aid kit that Kathlyn carries around.
Sweet.
All of it is gauze.
Oh, it is gauze. Yeah, just more gauze.
Needs more gauze for my head.
Pretty much.
My leg.
Well, unless there's more to poke around with in the offices that you guys want to look at.
Let's go poke around there, because I mean, you guys haven't heard anything coming from the high school, have you?
Look at the administration office.
Sure. You can walk into the administrative section where, if you wanted access to file cabinets that contain students' permanent records, and, you know, pencils and pens and stuffy chairs, you've come to the right place.
We'll make sure none of them ever get into college.
Jimmy Macklin, F.
You get the same name as that bitch back in
But it's a school administration area, what with a basically a secretary, the attendance lady, a vice principal, and then a principal would all be here. I mean, there's not a whole lot of excitement going on.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to that high school area where that noise came from now. Unless you guys can think of something else to go. You can think of another place to go beforehand. Potman?
I still want more food.
Got your cafeteria area, there's a small library, and then there's the middle school section.
Go
I was going to poke around the cafeteria.
Guess we're poking around the cafeteria.
We gotta have some canned food somewhere in there.
Something at least. I mean,
Alright.
If you were
Big
worried
industrial
about,
cans of green beans or something.
if you were worried about Doritos not being food,
What are you talking
Sure.
about? School food is nutritionally balanced and good for...
Sure, exploring the school cafeteria, of course, all of the things that were refrigerator dependent, like milk, those aren't good anymore. But everything that was outside of the fridges and freezers, like basically your large school cafeteria sized cans of green beans and mystery meat, you've
And
come to
tomato
the right
paste,
place.
yeah.
Yes, tomato paste. For the pizzas you can no longer make. Yes, those definitely do exist, and massive rolls of paper towels,
Alright, let's start...
hair
almost
nets,
stepping up.
and little plastic gloves.
This isn't pretty and it's not tasty, but it's
enough
food.
enough styrofoam trays to mix with gasoline and make all the napalm you could ever want.
But there's definitely more stuff here than you folks could really comfortably carry or fit. I mean, it's not like those massive size cans of green beans fit well into your backpacks with what you currently have loaded in there.
We just need to find a drum of green beans, just flop it on its side, and just roll it down the hallways with us.
Sure, that's definitely possible.
And there's no reason not to, right?
That's totally what we should kick down the hallway behind the drape before we go. Just like get it rolling as fast as we can.
Welcome to your 5-gallon drum of green beans.
Just use it like a boulder.
Use it as a distraction.
Yeah, that'll work. This will definitely something food. I was gonna say feed us, and I'm like, that's not really feeding us. That's just making us survive.
And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how the hell much a 5-gallon drum of green beans is gonna do, but it makes you look cool for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes us look cool.
Just imagine that rolling metal noise across hard floor going through these hallways.
They're like, what the hell are they doing?
Exactly. And then you get it rolling as fast as you can, and somebody pulls the curtain out of the way at the last second and just let it go flying down the hall.
Perfect plan. You must do this.
Then we take off the rubber mask.
Heist over.
So this is when you put on the rubber mask. You can't,
Zombies
you can't
were
even
Old Man
crouch
Jenkins
unless
all
you're
along.
wearing your
The
mask.
zombies were... Wait, they were all Old Man Jenkins?
He used mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors and lots of fake blood.
Dance animatronic.
Fucking
There's
ketchup.
Blood.
It was all chalk dust mirrors and the spaghetti almost liquid sauce.
He was a cafeteria worker all along.
The real skeleton was inside you the whole time.
Pot,
Yeah,
He was the
man.
janitor who all his hopes and dreams were left in that closet, aspiring to become a cafeteria worker.
And he would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for you
us meddling
meddling...
kids.
We're not kids.
Raider.
And your damn pothead.
And you're damn criminal.
The Potman Chronicles. Speaking of which, like, there was definitely enough blank cassette tapes in, like, little recorders in all of the classrooms as well. So if you want that to be a thing again, Aaron.
Oh yeah,
It's a thing. It's a
I
thing.
sure do.
Well, that can definitely be a thing again.
Okay, here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some of that pizza.
You mean the dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big bite of the dog, aka the
Yeah.
pizza.
Well, now we have a 5-gallon drum of green beans.
Yes.
Well, I guess we're
Yes.
rolling this. I guess we're rolling this with us as we go towards the high school section.
Yeah. I also assume that the question mark is literally on the can.
Yeah, green beans.
It says expiration date, but then the printing just kind of fades away.
Expiration date.
Like,
It-
maybe
it
it's just
looks-
due to the lack of lighting. That's
It looks like somebody might have taken steel wool to it.
It looks like. Is that a 4 or a 9?
Doesn't matter. It's both preceded by the 1800s.
Yeah, it does seem like the
Guys, I have a
possible
question.
people are down
I
there.
have a question. Do we have a can opener?
We got multi-tools.
We've got knives, which are essentially can openers.
you're in a school cafeteria. I'm sure you could have found a useful
Okay,
tool for the task.
so we also
The special 5-gallon drum green bean can opener.
good. I would not use
So
anything else.
Giant saw.
Like an actual bone saw.
Exactly.
It's
It's
ready.
actually motorized, so it's a fucking goddamn chainsaw.
Back.
And just imagine one of those cafeteria ladies now with like a fucking powered saw and a gallon drum.
So we're heading towards the high school area.
Okay.
Anything happen?
As noted, it is draped off. Big,
Okay.
thick, sight-obscuring drapes. Not that it's very easy to see in here at all, but your flashlight beam hits it and stops.
Does it look like there would be any alternate ways into the high school side?
Nope. There's
Well, that's
Two.
just a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Launch the beam.
There might very well be an emergency door outside. That would be outside and not accessible through this area. The only ways to get to the high school area are basically like like it'd be leading around a square like the elementary school section, and both paths are draped off, ceiling to floor.
Well, we're gonna have to go through this drape, and most likely what's gonna happen is the person who opens up this drape is gonna get shot. Wait.
The beans. Send the beans.
Well, Truckosaurus Rex, go ahead.
Send them the beans.
Okay, guess Cat's rolling the beans down the thing, and then we're gonna,
Are you just like pushing the gallon drum, or are you just gonna like be like a fucking tractor behind the...
I figured, like, however, I don't know exactly how big it is, but however many people can, like, fit behind it, start rolling it as fast as possible.
It's really only the one person.
That's what I figured for a 5
Especially
gallon.
given Cat.
It's 5 gallons. I mean,
Yeah, like, her hand
if it
fits
fits
halfway
on
around
side,
it,
we're gonna
so-
roll through the door.
So what are you doing, Chris? You gonna just like push the drum?
We're pushing it till it's got a good rolling speed, and then veer off to the side as it inevitably goes through a tripwire, and we hear more goddamn noise.
Okay. You get it some good speed, and you send it off towards its destiny, and it hits the drape, and then hits something solid behind the drape. It sounds like it might be a desk, and thuds to a stop.
Well, now
Well.
we know we won't just walk into a desk.
that would have been.
We would have looked even sillier.
The brilliant part is, like, we still haven't moved the drape, so anybody watching from the other side has no clue what's happening.
All they heard was
They're
a
just
thud.
like, what the fuck?
Going to
Well, plan B. We
side if
obviously have to burn down the school.
We might have to burn down the entire school.
go around to the
You
to
could
the
just
door,
not go in there.
grabbing
No.
the
No,
drape.
it has to be burned down. There is heresy on the other side of that drape that stopped our can. It must be cleansed.
I mean, clearly whoever's on the other side has the tactical advantage, so you could just avoid it.
And they have only, like, 2 ways out. That's why you burn it down.
I am now seeing Cat as a sister of battle. This is a good thing.
Is it?
Maybe.
She's going to start Adeptus Sororitas.
Exactly. Either way, they're going to reach across and see if I can
Are we actually gonna open the drapes?
trying to grab a drape and pull on it around the side of the door, if that's possible.
Well, there is no door.
It's just a hallway.
It's a hallway.
Rain into another room. I don't know.
Okay.
You just stand
Just to
off
the
to the
side.
side and rip it away.
That's
it's
what I mean.
obviously just like tacked or nailed into the ceiling. It should pull off pretty easily.
Attach that crazy, like, fucking, the school ceilings, and you can push up on, like, the individual sections.
Oh,
and
those
lift
fucking
them.
Really, they
Yeah.
just stood below it and threw pencils up into it, and it held it in place.
Oh, they have it. So this place has a drop ceiling.
I had one of those fucking ceilings land on my head when I was younger. It's horrible.
Okay, Kathlyn
That's
stands off to the side and yanks at it, and it takes a few tugs even for her, but she completely removes the thick drape that's blocking this section and tugs it down, and
Fail
the
complete.
5-gallon drum goes like rolling back from towards Potman.
Oh god, you better look out for that thing. That thing is fucking heavy.
Can't stop the
It's
rock.
full of beams.
5-gallon drum hits Potman's
Potman
leg.
just stops with his foot.
Okay.
Hot man's leg breaks in half.
And sure enough, there's desks that are actually not just like desks like you would like be able to hurl over, but there's actually a second story of desks that are like stacked on top of each other. That
Stacked.
I know.
Nice.
And leading past that, an incredibly dark section of the rest of the school. You can see towards basically one end of the hallway with doors on the left and right before it turns off around the corner.
So we start like removing desks from the top. Yeah, that's what Trusty Tony's gonna do.
Okay. Trusty Tony begins moving desks to allow people to walk through.
If there's a gap anywhere large enough to aim through,
Sure.
just basically keep the hallway covered as best as I can.
Desks.
Trusty Tony, after some effort, finishes moving basically the 6 desks, clearing the hallway.
I guess it's time to send the beams back down.
Do you really think at this point it's really gonna matter?
Hey man, you don't know.
Yeah, the
Alright.
idea was to create surprise, but I feel like dragging all the desks down is kind of already forfeited that.
Oh. Okay, I got an idea. Is there tape in this school?
Absolutely none.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna on the top of the can, we're gonna tape one of the flashlights, and then we're gonna tape another one, but they're gonna be facing opposite directions. We're gonna roll the can down the hallway, and we're gonna blind the enemy.
And then the flashlights hit the floor.
That way, when it gets down to the other end, we will have nothing to use.
I didn't think that far ahead.
Thinking far ahead is not your specialty. You might want to leave it to someone else who can do that.
Such as?
Good question.
Imagine we should just work our way down the hallway.
Recklessly or stealthily?
You can go recklessly if you want. You can be the new bean can.
Okay, I'm already down the hallway.
Okay. Trusty Tony.
Beam can Ramirez.
Alright, we got a maintenance closet door on the left. We got a bathroom on the left. It's boys, and the bathroom on the left is for girls. And we got several classroom doors on the right. Labeled like history, and then we got one that covers English, one that covers algebra.
Okay, let's just try that maintenance door. It's probably gonna be locked, but let's try it.
It is not.
Mm.
You got access to basically the same shit that you saw on the elementary school version of this.
But now it's the big kids version.
How's the big kid's Elmer's glue?
Is there another small cabinet in the same spot?
There is.
Is there keys inside of it?
There aren't.
Damn it.
Yeah, the other
I have
people
been
down here
betrayed.
probably already have them.
The most betrayed.
Well, barring that, Tony's gonna try the first classroom that he sees.
Okay.
Probably try history.
Alright, Trusty Tony tries the first classroom door that he sees, gets to it. The door does open. It's openable. Trusty Tony opens it, revealing a with that little flashlight. I presume he has a little flashlight that he found in the other maintenance room.
Hell yes.
Very difficult to see without stepping across the threshold, but it appears to be a room devoted to students. Only there's not a whole lot of things up because it's summer and those things were taken down. But if you can go
Responsible
inside, you
school.
could probably get all the history textbooks you ever wanted.
You ever been hit by a history textbook? Things are heavy.
This one's clear. Tony's.
Trusty Tony says while standing at the threshold, this one's clear.
Room clear.
Fine.
Going to the next one.
That's how he breaches and clears.
I don't check no corners.
This room's boring. It's clear.
History. Bah. Who needs that? Next room.
Okay.
Are all three of you guys just sort of standing out in the back there?
Just following you around, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Holding the
Alright.
deer plush,
I mean, you took it upon yourself to,
thinking about the beam.
swagger your way into the lead.
Yeah.
If you want to clear all the tripwires, I'm fine with that.
Exactly.
Alright. Trusty
Right.
Tony walks up to the next classroom door. This one's devoted to English. Doors locked. It's got like that little window, like all these fucking like school doors ever do. You know, that little like vertical rectangle window.
Yeah.
Is it covered by anything?
Well, Trusty Tony doesn't think it's covered by anything.
Flashlight. Do I see anything by flashing it through there?
You could attempt to make a perception plus notice at a -4 penalty. Looks like a classroom to you, but then again, it's pretty dark. Can't see shit.
If you're having trouble telling, just take the bean can. Put your trust in it.
Room's
Put
clear.
your faith in the beans.
The room's clear. Go to the next one. No one argues with me.
Trusty Tony walks up to, the algebra door.
Bad memories.
I'm gonna keep an
turns
eye
around.
on that last door.
Wait a minute.
Contemplating rolling the bean can into there.
Trusty Tony's bad at algebra? Who does his books?
Colette did them.
Oh.
The
Alright.
good-looking college person.
Alright. Trusty Tony attempts to try the algebra door, and perhaps mercifully it is locked as well, securing him from the horrors of algebra.
Yep, room's clear.
Wow.
You've got the bathrooms on the left, and then in order to see anything more, you would have to turn the corner, and it's a direct 90-degree angle turn.
Nope, keep going straight.
Tony is going to walk around the corner, not even check it. Because recklessness.
Doesn't happen to be one of these schools where they were smart enough to put mirrors up in the opposite corner so you could see if
Alright.
somebody was about to ram into you with a golf cart or something inside the high school.
Trusty Tony walks around the corner, not even bothering to check.
Those are big numbers.
That's a big number.
Yes,
you big
they
people?
are. Give a dexterity plus dodge for me, Jordan. As the loud report of a shotgun blast from point-blank range goes off.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you see why I saved my XP. Faustian bargain time.
Now you
How-
see why the beans were so important.
Are you going to try to bargain away shotgun shells in your heart?
That is a basic success. However, that is not enough to remove 4 degrees of success from the shotgun attack roll.
So which being, God or Satan or otherwise, do I have to give 8 XP to survive this?
Well, you
Pray
might
to the
survive
beam.
it to begin with. At least go through all the numbers first.
Yeah, the guy. I'm just gonna put this right now. There's
That is,
11 life points.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
but
4
there's
degrees
no-
of success.
There's no guaranteed death point.
Extra. And that is multiplied by 2 due to being a bullet.
I'm at -1.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
just gotta make a check.
I need to roll on how to do these checks because this is the first time someone's actually not died from a zombie.
You make
true.
a willpower plus, or no, 0 points or below, you're knocked down, stunned, semi-conscious. Make a willpower plus constitution to basically remain conscious.
Okay, and what does hard to kill do to this?
Hard to kill is just giving you extra life points, and I think that it gives you a slight bonus on your survival test when you're reduced to -10 life points.
Yeah. As far as staying conscious, that's where resistance pain comes in.
Interesting. Each level of hard to kill actually life points has +1 to the survival tests. See survival and consciousness, page 112.
That's if you're reduced to -10 life.
So I start dying at -10.
Yeah. You're just potentially unconscious and in a bad way right now.
So this is just I'm unconscious.
Alright, loud blast of a shotgun echoes as soon as Trusty Tony, turns the corner and vanishes out of the sight of you three. And you folks can see very well, and Trusty Tony drops down to the ground.
Alright. Potman immediately
Oh,
leaps into action and screams, "Oh god, Tony, no!"
You guys have fun.
Going to ignore the pain, try to grab you and move you back to an open room that we think is clear.
Alright.
Drag an arm.
Okay. Fletch.
You said they dropped. Well, they were still out of sight to begin with.
Yeah, you don't see anyone. Trusty Tony was basically, the reason, you can tell that he fell is because he fell backwards from the blast of the shotgun.
Locomotive has that effect. Or the... Well, we never checked the bathrooms, did we?
No.
We never checked most of this place. We just
Yeah.
sent Tony in.
I'm thinking how far back, like, we actually found an open door that could be used for cover. And it's, like,
There was
all
the
the way
maintenance
back.
closet, and then there was the history room that Trusty Tony just opened the door and looked in.
Which was, like, all the way back at the beginning.
Yes, all the way back at the beginning of the hallway.
And the last thing we passed were bathrooms.
Yes, left. And
Try the closest door to one of those.
All right.
Trying to drag him into the women's room.
All right. Kathlyn, like, grabs the body and just basically starts, like, fucking tugging him viciously. Like, Tony.
Don't die, don't die.
Fletch tries the door to the girls' bathroom. It opens just fine, clearly not locked. And Kat, Trusty Tony is fairly having and dragging his body. You don't, like, immediately, like, slip him in there. However, whoever ended up fighting the shotgun blast doesn't actually come pursuing you. And so you're actually able to get into the bathroom with Trusty Tony's body.
That's a good and bad sign.
I'm gonna be the death of you.
The kid nuzzles up against Trusty Tony's body.
Oh, God.
It's the death cat.
It's already over.
It goes
It's
to
claimed
people
his
who
soul.
are about to die.
Ghost of those who are about to die. Well,
The
you guys
cat has claimed your life. Now has 10.
is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say
well,
lovey.
have
better
fun,
make
you
that
guys.
character,
Wait, okay. I'm still alive. Shut up, man.
Yeah, he's
No,
only
I have 8
unconscious.
experience points. I have 8 experience points to make a Faustian bargain still.
You're only unconscious. You're not even, like, bleeding out.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Kathlyn and Fletch and Potman, if he wants to be, along with Trusty Tony's unconscious body, are currently in the girls' restroom. Trusty Tony got wrecked.
Yeah, bird shot.
yeah.
No, he got lucky. That could have been much worse.
I survived a fucking shotgun blast at point blank range.
It appears to have been a slug that hit his body's center mass.
Okay,
Oh,
That's
then yeah, you got really lucky.
that is
If you
really
roll
bad.
a 1, it
Yeah.
could have been really high.
At point blank, so that increased the damage multiplier.
Does it do, like, take out the side of his...
All bathrooms the worst place we could be.
There's a few stalls. You got 2 sinks, 2 mirrors. You don't have any light other than your flashlights because this is an interior restroom.
Yeah, and there's definitely no alternate exits.
Nope. Only way out is through the door that you folks just came in.
So if we're not being pursued, we should definitely try to fall back or something.
Well, you know what Trusty Tony wants you guys to do.
Leave him behind and run? Gotcha.
Eugene,
You guys
if we're gonna move quickly, you're gonna have to help me carry him. Or drag him.
Potman will take half.
I got
Can you
my
help
daily
us?
iron intake.
Just cut him along the middle.
Solomon's baby.
Solomon's Tony.
Okay.
So you guys gonna try to carry him back?
Yes.
Carry/drag, yeah.
I'll try to cover the...
How's my suit?
Ruined, Tony.
Still talking.
These are just his natural worries while he's asleep.
He's just having a nightmare where he got shot in the suit.
Yeah, he didn't get shot. He got shot in the suit.
Well, I mean, obviously there's some blood too, but
The suit has feelings. It has blood.
yeah, the
it
suit's the important
bleeds.
part.
So falling back.
Falling back?
Why don't you go ahead to make a willpower plus constitution a test for me, Jordan, at a -1 penalty.
At a -1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're still
Same
out.
exact one.
Yep. My cars. All right. Kathlyn and Potman beat a slow retreat, trying to drag Trusty Tony's body,
Aren't you guys glad I got the gauze?
with Fletch covering the way.
Yeah, the gauze, the gauze.
Fletch, Ryan, you can go ahead and make a hearing-based perception plus notice for me.
Alright, the +2 is already added then.
Okay. With the very extremely dim light, you are forced to rely on your hearing senses, and it doesn't sound like you're being pursued, as you basically get the fuck out of there. How far back are we going?
To an open enough room to check out what's wrong with them and sort of hold down.
Alright, there is practically no light in this place. If you actually want to be able to see what you're doing, you're going to have to take them outside.
Oh boy.
So back in the kitchen, tell me about the cooking oil situation.
There is some cooking oil substances, yes. You know, to use on the mystery meats and other crazy foods.
Right. And, these cooking oils, they typically come with, the normal do not catch this on fire warnings.
There are certainly those in existence, yes.
Superb. You guys hold him down for a minute. I'm going to go and get something.
Yes, hold me down.
Oh, hold down the fort for a minute.
Because Trusty Tony in his death is going to become super powerful.
I trust he'll be fine. Yeah, I'm looking to go get cooking oil.
Okay.
A large amount of it.
Okay. Well, Fletch can certainly acquire a large amount of cooking oil, given how this was a place used to cook food for kids.
Mm-hmm. And then how far back did we go?
You guys are in the cafeteria now.
Okay, so if you take a drum of cooking oil.
Those would exactly come in drums in the cafeteria.
Well, what is it? Something that could roll?
Everything can roll, just how well.
Not really rollable well, no.
Hmm.
It's more like a portable thing with hands.
What?
Bottles, stuff like that.
I'm talking I thought it'd be like commercial-sized cooking oil.
Not a drum of Crisco.
Damn it.
For anything, this thing would have things of lard instead of Crisco.